I'm CJ, and this is Truth Tuesday. So our family loves apples. And when I say our family loves apples, I don't mean like we eat an apple a day. It is nothing for me to go into Kroger and buy 40 or 50 apples and then to be gone 3 or 4 days later and have to go back for more. So I am known at Kroger by the people checking out at the registers as the apple guy. I always have bags and bags of apples with me when I check out at Kroger because our kids eat so many apples. And when you're walking through Kroger and carrying bags upon bags of apples, or you've got a cart with a ton of bags of apples, it tends to get questioned. Are you making a pie? Are you making a dessert? No. My kids just love apples. It's like having so many apples deserves an explanation. I was at a CIY conference with our students this past summer, and this one phrase that one of the speakers there said to me has really just kind of stuck with me. It's been rolling around in my head for the last month or so, and it goes like this. It goes, does your life demand an explanation? Does your life demand an explanation? In Luke chapter 10, Jesus gives his famous parable of the Good Samaritan. And in the midst of this parable, a man falls into the hands of robbers. He's beaten. He's left for dead. And a priest comes by, and everybody assumes, the priest is going to help him. But the priest walks by on the other side. And then another teacher of the law, a Levite, walks by, and everybody assumes, this is the guy. He's the hero. He's going to help them. And the Levite walks on by. But then there's a Samaritan. And the Samaritan is the one that everybody assumes, dude, he might just finish this guy off. Like, there's no point. But the Samaritan binds this man's wounds, puts him on his own donkey, and goes and pays for him to stay at an inn and tells the innkeeper, I'll come back and I'll pay whatever it takes to get this guy better. There was something about that Samaritan's life that demanded an explanation. Why would a Samaritan treat his enemy like this? And the speaker at this CIY conference talked about how when we live our lives for Christ and we walk out into the world, we should be so loving. We should be so kind. We should be so forgiving. We should exude Christ-like love to those around us that it demands an explanation, that people are like, what is going on? Why do you live like that? Now when I go into Kroger, the cashiers always say, hey, you got your apples, or where's your bag of apples? And I have to explain, my wife picked them up a few days ago, or, we've got some still left at home. But the other day I was in Kroger, and it was interesting. I was buying some things for a student ministry event. And so instead of bags and bags of apples, I had bags of popcorn and bags of candy. And I went to the cashier, and she just kind of gave me a look like, this is weird. And because it was so out of character that I was buying popcorn and candy instead of apples, it demanded an explanation. And so I had to explain, hey, I'm doing a student ministry event. I'm a student minister. When we live our lives for Jesus Christ, when we are so known for being for Christ, our lives demand an explanation. And when we do things that seem outside of Christ, it's weird. And people look at us and think, okay, you're acting like everybody else. Well, what is going on? And so this question has just been rolling around in my head. Does my life demand an explanation? Do the people that I come into contact with think, man, there is something different about the way that he loves people? Do the people that you come into contact with think there is something different about the way that he or she loves people? There is a godly love that just flows out of them. And I think I'm going to begin to make this my life goal, that my life would demand an explanation. That my life would demand an explanation. Does your life demand an explanation? Thanks for listening.